we're now going to do power off stall. This is intentional to be right after the slow flight section because the setup for slow flight is the same as setting up for a power off stall, just that once we're established in slow flight, we're going to treat it a little bit differently. So, nice cruise, flight's good. I am going to reduce my power to about 35% load, increase my angle of attack to maintain the altitude as I bleed off the airspeed through 100 knots. Here we are, flaps to takeoff, pitch the nose down because I'm anticipating the balloon, through 90 knots, 20 feet high. I'm just gonna let the nose come back down a little bit so I don't get too squirrely here. Looks good. Flaps to landing. There we go. Nice balloon. And then we're through 80 knots, and instead of getting established in slow flight, I'm just gonna continue into a nice descent to landing. About 75 knots or so, 75 to 80 knots. Your normal approach speed is gonna be in that realm of like 75 to 80 knots if you look at the approach chart there. All right.
Southeast Vector area 2.
Alright, now area is clear. To start our power off stalls, we set up very much the same as slow flight. So I'm just going to reduce my power to about 35% on the load. Through 100 knots here, it's going to be flaps to takeoff. Here we go, counteract the balloon by pushing the nose down a little bit. Through 90 knots, right about 8,000 feet, I can go flaps to landing again. This is all the same as setting up for slow flight so far, but instead of continuing into slow flight, I'm going to keep this power setting, and in between 75 and 80 knots, I'm going to simulate an approach to landing, or a descent to landing. This is very much like what your approach speed is going to be in the book. If you look at it, for our weight today, I believe our approach speed is at 76 or 77 knots. So, this is a realistic descent to landing profile or sight picture you're going to see here. And then we'll pretend we got distracted for whatever reason, and make sure the area is clear once more. One target 5 miles off the nose, and we'll pull the power to idle. And get the nose up to about 5 degrees, maybe a little more than 5 degrees. When we get the brake, we're going to go full power and flaps to take off immediately. There it is. About 8 degrees, there we go, there's that. Full power, flaps to take off immediately. Gently bringing the nose back up as we're accelerating. Not pulling back too hard. Now I've got a positive rate, I've got good airspeed, didn't lose much altitude. And now that I'm gaining altitude and I'm gaining airspeed, I can put the nose down a little bit to accelerate while I'm still getting away from the ground by gaining altitude. And when I'm about 88 knots, or when I am at 88 knots, I will go flaps clean. Really can put the nose down now. And I'm just waiting to 88 knots just to keep things consistent with our takeoff profiles. No reason to reinvent things up here. And now I'm going to reduce my power.